I want to show you one final piece of the program here. These are just other words you can learn to practice with. Like after you've learned your alphabet, in another video I showed you some of these words on the left, but I haven't shown options 6, 7, and 8 here. Books of the Bible, word families, and similar words. So books of the Bible, it shows you, for instance, what the word Tanakh means, which is the Hebrew way of saying the Hebrew Scriptures. And then we break it down into all the different books here. So here's the books of the Torah, Bereshit. Again, I've got the font set on cursive here. I was doing that for another demo. So this will show you how I can switch between the different fonts. So now I've gone back to the regular font. This is Bereshit. So I left click. It tells me here how to pronounce it.
Bereshit.
Of course, the computer speaks it. I can right click, and it tells me what it means. In the beginning, which is the book of Genesis. And the second book of the Bible is
Shmot.
Okay, what does that mean? In Hebrew, it means names. So Exodus is like another Greek word or something that actually has nothing to do with the word names. It has to do with the Exodus from Egypt. But in Hebrew, it's called names. The next book is
Vayikra.
What does that mean? Well, we call it the book of Leviticus in English, but in Hebrew, it's called He Called, Vayikra. So this continues with all the books of the prophets, the writings, like Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, the later prophets, the writings. So that's the books of the Bible. Here's a section called Word Families. And so the idea here is when you learn a root word, you can learn 5 or 10 friendly words that are all related to it. So here's the root, which is katav. And you come up here and you see the word kitev. What does that mean? It means he wrote busily. Where this one means just he wrote. Where this is
Katvanit.
And that means a typist. So from the word katav, we get this word, which means a typist. We get this word,
Chuchtav.
which means to dictate. This word,
Hiktiv.
which is also dictation related,
Nichtav.
which means was written. I'm going to skip to the last row here.
Machtevat.
That's a desk. So something you write on is, in Hebrew, a desk is something you write on. So it's all from the word katav. As you can see here, the letters are in the middle of the word. There's the kaf, the tav, and the vet. And you just add other letters in front of it or after it, and it can totally change the meaning of a word. Here's another one.
Ketiv.
That's the spelling.
Ketuva.
A marriage document, which is a written, kind of like a contract between two people.
Ketav Yad.
A manuscript, which is something that was written by hand. Yad means hand.
Katav.
And that's a document. So anyway, there's several screens here where you have one root word and then you have various words related to it. Okay, that's that section. And then I have a screen called Similar Words. Some of these are homonyms and some are words that just either look alike or sound alike. So for instance, in Hebrew, here's two different words.
Lo. Lo.
Okay, they're both pronounced lo, but if I right-click on them, one means no or not, and the other means to him. Here's an example of 5 words in Hebrew, ot, et, and et, and they all mean something different. So one means you, one means it's just the sign of the direct object, this means time, this means pen, I'm sorry, this one's etz, not et, etz, and that means tree. You know, you can see how a beginner would get those words mixed up. So I try to show you all the words that are similar to each other and then how easy it is to get them mixed up. Here's another example.
Lachem. Lachem. Lahem. Lechem.
And so what does that mean? One means war, one means to you, one means to them, and one means bread. So there's several screens where we have similar words. So that concludes this demo.
For immediate access to our entire series of videos and the frequently asked and should ask questions on learning Hebrew, please visit HebrewInfoCenter.com, or you can text your name and email to 214-317-4517. When you do that, I'll immediately send you access to those videos along with the first 3 audio lessons of our course, The Top 400 Words of the Hebrew Bible. Look forward to talking to you more, and I'll see you on the inside.